Me 30 male. With my wife 27 female of 5 years. She has a date tomorrow night, and she doesn't know I know everything. So, once I get home from work, I sit down in front of the television. My wife's laptop is on the desk in front of me, and I'm too lazy to walk to the bedroom and fetch mine, so I take hers. I went to check my Facebook to respond to my cousin's message, but when I opened the inbox, I saw that my wife was still signed in, and lo and behold, my wife is attempting to arrange up a date for tomorrow night. Fantastic. This soldier, let's call him Stan, is 32 years old and grew up in the same town as she did, but I believe they just have a passing acquaintance. So my beautiful wifey arrives home about an hour after me and immediately begins discussing our weekend plans. My friends from my hometown want to get together tomorrow night. Stan, his sister Jessica, and another young lady named Sam. I'm not sure whether I want to go yet, but it's all right if you don't, since they're all from my boring hometown. Then she quickly begins making arrangements for Saturday and Sunday. I wait for her to finish before saying that I wouldn't mind going with her, particularly because I want to meet her friends or friend. She goes on for a short while about how dull it would be and how I go to bed very early, so I could be cranky. I wake up early for my job. I keep insisting that I would love to travel, but she changes the subject since she is pretty certain she will not go. When she began watching television, I informed her that I needed to borrow her laptop for my fantasy football league so I could see any new developments with her date. Then his message arrives, and she swaps phone numbers casually only a few feet away from me. She used the FB app on her phone, and I couldn't see the screen, but I could see everything on her PC. Now, I don't want to approach her straight immediately since she'll come up with some nonsense explanation. I'm curious to see what excuse she'll come up with tomorrow so she can go outdoors and leave me at home. But it's eating me from the inside, and I can't sleep right now. Our marriage isn't perfect. We've been through some difficult times lately, and our life isn't what it used to be. I adore her, but I don't want to deal with a cheater. She cheated on me, also with a soldier, 4 months into the relationship when we first began dating, not yet married, and I forgave her, but I vowed to myself that this would be the last second opportunity. We don't have children, which makes the situation simpler, and we both have solid salaries, so alimony would be low. Is there anybody who can advise me on how to tackle this? Should I face her tomorrow morning, or should I wait until the date arrives? So I'm just going to publish her short dialogue, artistically tweaked, so that someone can perhaps tell me that I'm insane and reading much too much into it. Is it just me, or is she drooling all over him? I feel like my skull is about to burst from rage, and now I have to sleep next to her. While I was typing, he texted her to contact him, but she became bored at work. Nice, honey. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Stan. How are you doing, pal? It's great to hear you're doing well, Stan. Thank you very much, Ashley. How are you? It's great to hear from you. What's the latest? Ashley. Oh, nothing new here. I just relocated from our former state to our new city. It's lovely to be back home, close to the family. What are your current whereabouts? I must confess that your life fascinates me. I really hope everything is going well for you. Do you travel frequently? Stan. I travel often and reside in her and his hometown. For the time being, I am working as a private security guard in another city. I also teach weapons and law enforcement/military. I'm just trying to keep myself occupied. I'm thinking of rejoining the army. It's wonderful to hear from you. What are you up to now? Ashley. That's wonderful. I'm sure you're in great demand right now. I'm sure you've relished getting to put your abilities to work on the home front. I've always regretted not pursuing a career in the military and instead settled for becoming her profession. It's a regular corporate job, but I stand out since I'm not strange, which makes me a rock star, and so the corporate ladder is shorter for me. I've moved 5 times in 6 years, so I'm still a nomad, but I like it that way. Travel, especially a lot of it, is energizing for me. You have to see some intriguing sights, my buddy. Probably not for the reasons you intended, but I recall you as a very worldly presence. You could fit in any place. I'm sure you've heard it before, but the way you've served our nation is really commendable. I hope you get to hear it a lot. Stan. I apologize for the delay in responding, and I'd want to thank you for the recognition you've given me. Most people don't offer much more than a thank you. Many males perceive me as a reminder of what they haven't done, which makes them defensive. Most women just see it as something hot or attractive. The nicest accolades come from the elderly. Younger people have little concept of sacrifice or respect, but you are an exception. You're incredibly interesting, And it seems like you see through and understand people. That, I suppose, is why you are successful. It demonstrates your intellect. Ashley. Haha, now it's my chance to apologize for my. That's probably the finest praise I've ever received, so thank you. I can't understand how awful life may be for a soldier, but I know that if you don't do what you need to do regardless of the public shame, countless other people will perish. That's what the news doesn't show in their video, and what the general public doesn't understand. What you people do is the most selfless thing on the planet, and I can't think of a more respectable yet tough life to live. I'll always be envious of your ability to live with such passion and purpose. There are a very tiny amount of individuals that deal with that suffering, and I hope that if you ever want to speak to someone or need someone to say thank you again, please keep my information in mind. I wish I had spent more time with you when we were younger, but I don't see why we can't be excellent friends today. Stan. Thank you so much, Ashley. You were usually a happy person with a wide grin, and of course, you were quite attractive. Today smile and have a wonderful day. When this concert is over, I'll be in our new city to visit my brother, and maybe we can meet for some drinks and shoot the together. Ashley. You have no clue how much it would please me. You best tell me because I'll take it personally. You look after yourself. Stan. I will certainly notify you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. My brother resides in half an hour distant. Where do you live? Ashley. I am now located in a particular area of our city, located across the river from downtown, about 30 minutes away from his brother's house. Everything in our city takes roughly a half hour, I discovered. Stan. That is quite accurate. Are there any nice bars up that way? I enjoy the particular neighborhood. Ashley. Yes, I'm very near to specific location, but I'm attempting to learn about the local dive bars. The more local, the better. Stan. I may know of a couple you'd enjoy. I normally go to the bar a block away from my brother's so that I can walk there and back without having to drive. Ashley. Certain location has a few of interesting spots as well. I've heard that specific location is fantastic. So as for the moral of the tale, I'll leave that to you to decide. Stan. I enjoy any style of pub or dive, but I'm not into the club scene. What kind of people do you hang out with up there? And I'm assuming you work Monday through Friday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Ashley. Because I'm still so new, I mostly get out with folks from work. I wouldn't say 9-5, but I do her job, so sometimes we're busier than others. But my workplace is very time flexible, so it's a corporate office with more flexibility, if that makes sense. Stan. That's okay. We recently received our contract, so I should be in our city shortly. Stan. Hello, Ashley. Hello there, friend. What the heck are you up to? Stan. Are you doing well? I was considering visiting our city tomorrow. Do you have any plans? Ashley. Actually, I don't. That would be fantastic. It's been an extremely long week. Stan. Fantastic. His phone number. I'm hoping to go up there tomorrow night to hang out with you, Ashley. Yeah. Okay, I stored your phone number. I am her phone number. Please let me know if you plan on coming. Stan. Sorry, I've been at some show. I will surely let you know tomorrow. If you're bored at work, send a text. Edit. There has been no news about her intentions for tonight. I didn't push it too hard, so she wouldn't suspect anything was wrong. I opted not to confront her right away because I wanted to see whether she was going to see that man alone. I'll keep asking her to accompany me, but I'm afraid she'll come up with some I have to work late excuse, if she really wants to meet him. I'll attempt to figure out where they're going to meet, and then I'll simply go there and meet them. If I see them alone, I'm going to file for divorce. I can't go through this again, since it seriously jeopardizes my life and well-being. I'm really considering not going to therapy. If my worst fears come true, since I believe there is a significant difference in our mindsets, if she considers it appropriate to meet a man on a Friday night without notifying me. I would never meet a 4-year younger woman I knew from way back, and they were not close friends, as mentioned in their letters, on a Friday night in a pub without informing or inviting my wife. I'm not sure how she doesn't see that's messed up and how damaging it may be to our relationship. She isn't an idiot if she doesn't see this, and if she's ready to take the risk, it simply wasn't meant to be. My stomach is rebelling from anxiety, and I only slept for about an hour last night. I despise this sensation.